Alright, cool. I'm gonna turn off his stream and get back to my own. So one guy was asking if the beta's still going. Which it is. We've got it all rolling along. Let's double check that the new sound effects are playing properly. Oh yeah, they totally are. Yeah, that's right. Very good. Okay, so the next thing that I want to look at is the game server's actually functioning. I've got this checklist of things like, yes, we have that. Alright, so we have wall jump only off of certain slopes, and we want the wall idle animation and wall jump intro animation. Cool, so I will be right back, and then I'm going to take a look at implementing those things. Alright, so the thing that we want to start with probably is the wall jumping off of things that we shouldn't be able to wall jump off of. So why don't we make something that we shouldn't be able to wall jump off of? Okay, so I think the wall jump code is in the character movement. So what we've got is like wall jump. So if movement data can wall jump. Yeah, we're sweeping to the left and to the right. And output is sweep test response. Okay, so and this is an F sweep test response, F sweep test response. What is this? It's in movement utils. So it's going to have what we hit, the collided component, the position, the direction. So we're going to get the hit result. So okay, it's going to be output hit dot impact normal, I believe. So let's look up the F hit result online, and let's see what the definition of impact normal is. Normal of the hit in world space for the object that was hit by the sweep, if any. So I believe that's correct. So if the impact normal is less than that, so we have this movement data. Movement data is U movement data. Let's see where this is. Defined. Movement data structures. Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and add in a wall jump slope. So we've got ceiling friction slope, so what we want is float, min wall jump slope, movement tunables. We go to the Dashkin movement data structure CPP. Let's look up slope again, so landable slope, min wall jump slope. Let's see. Negative 0.3, maybe that's a decent one. So yeah, I mean that should be good enough. So why don't we try that out? That it's going to be z is less than. All right, if it's greater than the movement data min wall jump slope. All right, if it's less than the min wall jump slope, then we're gonna just return false. So we'll just do it that way. All right, so let's see if the yeah, it should be good. So we shouldn't be able to just stick to our horns into the ceiling and jump around. So we will find out once that finishes building. So we'll just have to wait. It's starting to get pretty hungry. Awesome. So we should not be able to wall jump off that stupid ass plane. Alright, I can't wall jump off of that, but I can wall jump off of this. But he is immediately able to change directions, run straight down. Anyway, that's actually a feature of the movement system. What you're supposed to do is make something like this with a thin thing on it, so when we run, it'll always detect it. And he'll launch off into space. Like so. Well, we can no longer climb with our horns, at least. Excellent. Had to slaughter Jeff. Good job. Can't let that guy get too big for his britches. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is we want to start playing the animations for the wall hang and the wall jump. So I think when we're in the air, crouch, run, spring, stationary, stunned, in air state. Alright, so if our animation is not locked, we are get animation name, Bitey is in air, loop true, duration 0. So we got hang, rising, falling. Okay, so what we want to see is if we are on a wall, if we are close enough to a wall, is going to be our thing. So we're actually going to need to see if we're on a wall first. This is going to be it's basically going to be like so I'm getting our movement object, and this is what can jump. So in wall jump position. Alright, so if we can wall jump, alright, if can jump is false. Okay, so if can jump is false, return false. If can wall jump is not true. Otherwise, sweep, you have to be holding a direction. Yeah, that's a good, alright, we have to be holding a direction. I'll agree with that. So, you won't actually play any of this stuff unless you're actually holding a direction. Do we actually give a shit about that, though? No, we really don't. So let's just remove it. Alright, we got the sweeps and all that stuff. Output, output, output. Let's just grab this, chuck it in there, output. This sweep movement object take in our movement utils. It takes a response pointer. Alright, so we're going to have to do address of output and address of output, otherwise return false. Okay, so this will tell us if we're in our wall jump position or not. The other thing here is we need to change the direction of the animation. Like, we'll need to flip it based on which direction the wall is in from us. Which makes this more complicated than I thought it was going to be. So, wall jump position, and we're going to want a direction. This is we swept to the right, so the direction on the wall is going to be left. DD left. All right. So that's going to be the direction that you should be facing. So we swept to the left, so you should be facing right. So we'll just fix our basic compilers. I'm trying to think if I have anything that actually locks the orientation of the sprite. Well, I guess we'll take a look. I mean, it'll be a pretty good visual indicator that you're in wall jump position, because you'll be in the air, and then all of a sudden your guy will be doing like the wall position thing right there, and but he's not locked to the wall, so that's kind of the thing. Is like, I'm not sure this animation that he's got drawn is going to work, because we kind of need kind of the animation that you do in like Super Metroid and things like that. Samus just kind of looks like she's ready to spring off the wall. It's not actually like a hang on the wall like in Mark of the Ninja or something like that. And Bitey does not move like Mark of the Ninja do. He moves like Bitey. You know, there's nothing stopping him from moving is the big thing there. Alright, so we need to go to the in-air state. Alright, so if we are in wall jump position, Alright, so basically I want to know if we're moving at less than run speed, I think, or is it walk and trot speed? This is get velocity. Alright, so if we're in wall jump position, so we're going to want if our y is the absolute value is what, greater than or equal to run speed. I guess it's we want a less than or equal to. Just a less than run speed. Actually, it's going to be our z velocity, isn't it? Not our y. Well, I guess we could do an and. So we're not moving like down at the speed of sound. And let's see, what is the name of this animation? It's just wall hang. Set Walder. There we are. So if this is true, set ourselves to wall hang, and nothing else to go for, so we just return that. And we'll need to determine our facing direction and see how we can actually affect that. Actually, Do we even need? Yeah, it looks like we do. Alright, so is anything that locks the actual direction of this thing? Let's go to our gameplay, player, logic, player logic object. If there's anything in here, it's going to be in like set direction. Directional motion. Like set velocity, magnitude, set wanted, set direction. So direction, velocity. I don't know when this is called, but let's just see what it is. So we'll get our Walder. So if the wall is facing to the left, the wall is facing, yeah, okay, so. Well, let's see if it works. Like, I have absolutely no idea if this is actually going to work. But it might. He looks so... I need to zoom in on that. Yeah, that's what he looks like. He's just chilling. He's just like, what? Like, I like how he's not looking where he's going. He's looking at you. He's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? You know, he's not like, oh, I'm gonna go jump over there. He's just like, what? Stop looking at me. This is perfectly normal behavior for somebody. This is what happens. You know, like what? Go, just look at somebody else. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done with this. Done with this game. This is bullshit. I gotta run around. I run into fucking walls, and you're making me wall jump. I quit. That's right. Our main character has now quit the game. It's like he needs a little slide effect along the wall too. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna slide around here. It's pretty cool. Which we might actually be able to add real quick. Let me see if I can just go ahead and add the wall slide effect on here, because we got ground slide. Yeah, so ground slide. So if ground slide effect, like, what do we do here? God, we got a lot of logic. So net slide effect is stunned. Get physics state if we're on the ground is false. If we're braking, if we're sliding. So false, 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 and then this is where we actually go true. So enable ground slide effect. So what I'm gonna see is if we are, yeah, another way for this to happen is if we are in the air. So false is right here. So what I want to see is actually, I don't give two shits about the velocity. I just care about the movement. If we're close to the wall, let's just play it. See if it works. Yeah, so if we are in wall jump position, then we can just like set enable ground slide effect to true. I mean, sure, why not? Let's see if it works. It'll be right back. All right, you gotta go. Gotta go mess with some folks. God, I'm getting hungry. Okay, so that's only if we're stunned. Alright, so we need to actually grab this stuff and we need to just do this. So if we are not stunned and our movement is equal to in the air, then we can attempt to do some of these things. God, it's real nasty logic, but whatever. Who cares? It's not actually that bad. Just close your eyes. Think about something else. That actually looks really cool. Awesome, yeah, it just works. That's really cool looking. All right, so now we want the intro animation for jumping. So I think that's over here. We need to go to the jump function, unlock animation, jump this frame, key triggered. Is it the in-air state intro animation? Okay, so it's okay. On entrance, on enter, is animation locked, get intro, jump this frame. Okay, so we want to see if we want to change the jump method. Where the fuck do we... Yeah, okay, we call jump, and what we want to do is... Wait a minute. Jump this frame. Okay, so we want to change the Dashkin movement object jump method to take... yeah, we're going to say if this is a wall jump or not. So we want to go to a movement object, we want to go to jump, bool, wall jump, set it to false, and jump this frame equals 2 equals jump was wall jump equals wall jump. So jump was wall jump is false. Pre-update jump was wall jump is false. Alright, so we want bool Dashkin movement object jump was wall jump. Alright, so jump was wall jump. We just need to go to our movement object, jump this frame, and add jump was wall jump as a method we can call. I think after I get this wall jump intro animation done, I think I'm probably going to be done for today. Plenty of work done, and I'm getting really hungry. I think I've also streamed quite a bit today. I think we might be approaching 8 hours total or something. And it's not like we weren't working some other parts of the day too that were not on camera. Alright, let's see what this. See if it works. So jump was wall jump. We'll have to actually set that to true inside of our jump method, and I don't really know how the hell we'll do that. Actually, I very much will do. It's inside of the if you're in the air, and then we call kick wall jump. So it should be pretty fucking obvious where it is. I just love I've got these pieces of paper that are on the wall that have been there forever now. But like, there's a thing that says Australia is 6 hours behind or whatever, and I got it scratched out. I've got the 6 scratched out and like a 7 next to it, and it's been so long that daylight savings has now fixed itself. So it's just like, well, it's the thing that's crossed out. That's the right time. And I think the most helpful one is just the stupid ass like thing over there that's like Z is up and down and Y is left and right. Just like, that's it. It's like, which direction is up? Oh yeah, it's that direction. Thank you, wall. You're a bro. Okay, so we are not on the ground. So this is if it's a wall jump. That's all we got to do for that. And then we just play the wall jump intro animation on the thing. It's like I actually programmed this piece of crap to work. Like, how insane is that? So jump this frame. It's true. Get intro anim name. Jump was wall jump. If that was true, then we're going to just return this thing. Otherwise, we're going to do something. Why do I have this one fucking piece of shit here? Alright, so what we're going to return is normal jump. Otherwise, we're going to do our wall jump thing. So what is the name of the... You can't blame it on the ping difference. Alright. Very good. What's the important part is that you humiliate him. This is just called wall jump. Alright. And let's make this something quick, like a 0.2. How about that? And then we want to reroute node or something like that to help out over here. Gotta live up that rep Adam built for you? Yeah, that's true. Hello, Guvin. How's it going? I'm working on getting the wall jump animations that Adam made earlier. I'm making sure they're actually getting all hooked up awesomely. And it's actually working out pretty well so far. We also added a wall slide effect, so when you're on the wall in position to jump, you'll actually kind of skid along the wall and Is the node editor blueprint thing in Unreal easy to learn? I mean, the editor, like, if you understand programming... Thank you for following, Guvin. Being awesome and following all the things so you can always get updates. It's easy to learn this system, but you kind of already have to know how to program. So if you already know how to program and all that sort of stuff, and like you have those concepts, it's just gonna make sense to you. Just pretty much out of nowhere. Just you'd be able to pick it up and use it if you're able to program in other languages. It'll make tons of sense. We've jumped this frame and animation duration is greater than 0. Alright. But if you are not familiar with programming, why is this jump was wall jump returning true when it's not a wall jump? if you're not familiar with programming, it's, well, you're probably gonna, have a bad time because, it's programming. It's just a visual editor. So it may be easier to, wait, am I losing my mind here? Jumpless wall jump, okay. So it might be easier to pick up some programming concepts, and it might be simpler, like you don't have to understand everything. Oh, if you're pretty familiar with programming, then like this will be like no problem at all. Like that's nothing. You'll get it. Right, yeah, it's just the normal jump, and he does like this weird sideways like dab or some shit. He's like, eh, eh. It's like some hip Super Nintendo game. So the question is, why is this wall jump thing returning true? Equals wall jump. Wall jump is false. Alright, so what have we got going on here? If we were not on the ground, enable jump antic, get velocity is locally owned is true. So what is this? Can jump this frame, jump. Alright, if current state is on ground, otherwise, alright, so I think what we need to do is change some of this stuff here. So what I should do is have the can jump method return if this thing was a wall jump. So we'll have a so we'll do it like that, and we need to go to can jump. So I guess this is the only one that we're actually calling here. Direction is DD none. Alright, so why don't we just deal with it? Thank you for following Jeff New Zealand. I thought you already followed. Anyway, welcome. I'm a tail end of all this at the moment. Oh shit, Jeff New Zealand. He's subscribing with that Twitch Prime. That's amazing. Gotta spam your upsets because you're so upset about everything. Thank you for following and subscribing and being a super cool person. At least you're super cool in my book because you're supporting all the stuff that we're working on, which is important. At least it is to me. So right now I'm trying to add the wall jump stuff so that we can play all the right animations for it, so it looks cool. So wall jump would be true in this location, but it's not. It's like a floor wall jump. So now you can spam those in Adam's chat whenever he does something or you disagree with him, and he'll think about all the times that I have been upset with him, and he'll feel bad because it's like it has a personal impact. So yeah, it'll work out. It'll be useful. I don't know if I'm getting that. They're still pending for my other emote. So we'll see. We'll see how it looks. Okay, so I am dumb. I am calling all this stuff right here. Crap, I don't need to do half of this. I didn't need this wall jump false. You can just set it right here. Pending takes a few days. Yeah, that's true. It depends though. Probably depends if it's a weekday and whenever the QA dudes roll around. I know my first one, the Ambient Rage, they'd never accepted that even though it was like weeks. And then I changed it to Ambient Upset and they're like, okay, that's suitable. It's like I can't rage at things. I can only just be upset with them. So dumb. And we really should just remove these can jumps here. Like we don't need